People say that confidence is built and it's not born, but I disagree. I believe confidence is built because when we come out of our mother, we start making noises. We don't care what the midwife says. We start making noise, mwah, 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 mwah. We start making noises and we don't care what the midwife says. And so what happens? Through society, through the lies, through what people tell us, through what our teachers, peers, associates, and role models may have told us, over time we become shy, we become awkward, we become less confident. But my question is, if we're able to make noises when we're born and detach ourselves from the opinions of midwives, then what's happened after the next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Now we're scared to speak to a stranger because they may think we're this or may think we're that. And so I don't think it's a confidence problem. I believe it's a clarity problem. And there's 3 ways that I've tackled this, which is number 1, actually knowing who you are and tackling that issue. And the way you do this is by understanding your values, understanding yourself. This can be done by just journaling your thoughts, asking yourself what do you stand for, because when you ask yourself and you know yourself, you don't seek external validation from strangers. You don't seek validation from everyone around here. You seek validation from yourself and be true to yourself. Number 2 is once you've actually gained an understanding about yourself, understand your own values, what you stand for, is ask yourself the questions, what are you afraid of? What do you fear? What are your insecurities? Because at the end of the day, the reason why you care what people say about you, you care about being judged, is because you care what people may think of your insecurities. I could be fat, I could be a fat blob called Bob, have a massive belly, walk past and care about what people think of me. They may think I have roles, who knows? But then again, if I'm so confident with myself, why would I care about the opinions of strangers? So the second bit is actually understanding what your insecurity does. Maybe just write it down on the paper. For myself, I was insecure about my communication. I'll get taken the piss from my brothers, peers, associates, people just taking the mick. But this was an insecurity within my control. And I accepted it. And acceptance is the first part of healing. There's 2 types of insecurities. One where it's outside your control, God forbid, but let's say your Down syndrome is outside your control because it's down to a genetic factor. But if it's outside your control, the best thing you can do is accept it and move on and be yourself. If it's within your control, this leads on to the 3rd step, which is taking deliberate practice on that insecurity. Because first, confidence demands truth, because you can't escape from reality and expect to be confident. You need to embrace reality. So number 3 is taking action on that insecurity. So for myself, it was stuttering. So what did I do? I purchased a communication coach, went to communication workshop. Yes, I stuttered when speaking to 30, 40, 60 people at once, but over time I became better at that skill. And confidence, it requires evidence. It requires you stacking upon that skills, taking action, getting uncomfortable. You don't need to be, people think that you should have no fear when it comes down to tackling a problem, but confidence isn't the absence of fear. Confidence is actually having fear, accepting that you're scared and actually thinking, you know what, it's actually okay that I'm scared and it's actually normal. But what I'm going to do is, even though I'm scared, even though I'm fearful, I'm going to take action regardless, because me taking action is actually what's going to allow me to become a better version of myself. It's going to allow me to be that 85-year-old self that actually is happy because I took that action and I detached my opinions from strangers. So they're the main 3 steps that allowed me to actually become confident by actually gaining clarity within myself. Number 1, knowing who I am. Number 2, facing my insecurities. And number 3, taking action, creating evidence and overcoming that insecurity. So now I don't care about the opinions of others. I don't care about whether this person may judge me because I look like this, I smell like this, or talk like this, because I'm okay being myself. So that's what true confidence is. True confidence is not attaching yourself to some external environment just because I said a compliment and that person didn't react the way I wanted them to, and now I'm all of a sudden, I'm sad, I'm not going to do another social rep. True confidence is, regardless of how that goes, I'm going to do it regardless and not attach myself to the outcome, but attach myself to the process, because at the end of the day, it's the process that leads to the outcome. So they're the 3 things that I took away, that we don't have a confidence problem because we're born confident. We say moi moi when going out with our mothers in the hospitals, but it's the clarity that we need to overcome. So you don't have a confidence problem, you have a clarity problem. Like and subscribe if you love this video. Comment, it means the world to me. I post on Instagram daily so you can see the habits that I do that allows me to become confident. And if you want one-to-one coaching, there's going to be a link in the bio. I'll see if you're a good fit. If you're not, just keep watching the videos. If you are, then I'll see you on the other side.